Hello, everyone. My name is Kylie Madhav, and I'm speaking to you today on behalf of Hindus for Human Rights. You've already heard a bit about who Mohan Bhagwat is and who the RSS are, so I won't belabor the point. But it bears repeating that they are a far-right extremist organization rooted in religious division, founded in the early 20th century, and heavily inspired by some of the most vile political movements of the 20th century, including no less than the Nazi Party. This same RSS that drew its ideological inspiration from Adolf Hitler, quite literally stated, and whose early members were responsible for the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi because he dared dream of an India that was large enough for practitioners of all religions, the same RSS, much as their ideological predecessors, the Nazis, did in 1939, is coming to the United States to speak at our country's most famous arena. They think they can get away with this because, much like the Nazis in 1939, they are relying on plausible deniability. They are relying on Americans and New Yorkers either not knowing or pretending they did not know what the RSS represent. You've already heard about their atrocities. Again, but it bears repeating. They have been behind some of the most violent sectarian moments in India's history for the last 3/4 of a century. And they're coming on Saturday to speak on the topic of oneness. However, the oneness that they present is deceptive. They're not talking about a spiritual oneness or a oneness that unites all people. They're talking about a oneness that reflects their ideology and their way of seeing the world. That oneness closely reflects the oneness expressed by the Nazi Party in the 1930s that only saw room for a certain kind of person in Germany. The RSS only sees room for a certain kind of person in India, and that person is almost always upper caste, that person is almost always Hindu, that person is almost never queer, and so on and so forth. And in a country as diverse as India, and for that matter, the United States, we as citizens of conscience must not allow the wool to be pulled over our eyes by political actors who do not care about us or the beauty that India and the United States represent, two of the most diverse countries on earth. Now you know what the RSS are. Now you know who Mohan Bhagwat is. Now you do not have an excuse to not demand from your elected officials at the city, state, and federal level to cancel this event.